What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Had an upload earlier this week ready for y'all, but there was some complications uploading it. It got age restricted and YouTube was kind of giving me a hard time with it, so I set it up to be reviewed by them. Chances of it being not age restricted is probably pretty slim, so I'm probably going to be doing two videos for y'all. So there should be this video, and then I'm going to upload another video for y'all just for having to wait. Y'all will get two videos. Today, I had a great idea. We're going to do another segment called Crazy People on Facebook Marketplace. So this, pretty much the series, let me know if y'all like it. I thought of it and I thought it would be funny as hell. It's kind of similar to the dating videos, but this is going to be more focused on like Facebook Marketplace and just some of the crazy stories and some of the crazy text messages of people trying to buy stuff on Marketplace, and it just being an interesting interaction. I actually have a good chunk of these are my own personal messages. You heard me right. Some of these messages are from my Facebook Marketplace, because I sell cars. It's like a little hobby on the side. So I'll buy cars, fix them up, and resell them. And some of the people that I've talked to on Marketplace have been insane. Like I've met some crazy people. There was two of them in particular that I was trying to find, and unfortunately I couldn't get a hold of them. I've got a good chunk of them, but there were some, like I had one guy, I was selling a Mustang for like almost 13 grand. It was a 2014 Mustang GT, like 104,000 miles. Like the motherfucker was clean. It was all white and chrome. And I had this dude it was on OfferUp, so that's probably why I couldn't find the text messages, but it was on OfferUp, and he was trying to get me to go meet up with him at like, I think it was like 1:30 in the morning, talking about, and then he like asked me questions. He was like, well, how quick does the car peel out? Can it go on the freeway? Can it go over 100 miles an hour? And I'm like, and mind you, I was like, well, yes and yes. And like, I can meet up with you in the morning. He's like, well, I'm really looking to meet up with you right now, and this, that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna meet up with you at 1:30 in the fucking morning for you to look at my $13,000 car. Like, do you just think I was born yesterday? Do you think I'm really gonna fall for that? Because it sounded like they was trying to rob me. It sounded like clearly like a robbery. So I was like, I'm not dumb, bro. I'm not an idiot. I was like, if you're really interested in the car, we can meet in broad daylight. And just because the way that you acting, we finna meet in front of the police station. So we ain't even finna, usually I'll meet up with them in front of like a Walmart, Smith's, Albertsons. I'll meet up with them in front of one of those like grocery stores where there's a lot of people. It's like, just because the way that you acting is kind of a little iffy, we finna meet right up in front of the goddamn police station. Sure enough, he didn't really like that idea, and I think he ended up blocking me, which, go figure. But he was pissed off because I wasn't an idiot. I've had a couple people that have offered me, they'll be like, well, I'll give you $1,000 and a blowjob for your car. And I was like, no. I've had some interesting ones. I had one dude that like offered me, I think I was selling a Charger. It's like a 2012 SE Charger. And the dude, like, he offered me, I think it was like a Gucci belt, a Louis Vuitton belt, a flat screen TV, I think like a PlayStation 4, because at the time, this was a few years back, I think it might have been before the PlayStation 5 came out, offered me a PlayStation 5. He offered me some other stuff too, but I don't remember. I was trying to find that one, couldn't find it. But I have about 5 of these are mine personally, and then I have some that I found that I just thought were really interesting. So let me know if y'all want another segment like this. I'm also going to be doing another dating video regardless, because y'all seem to really like this, but I don't want to like keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I kind of want to switch the content up, here and there. I don't want to just keep doing the same video over and over and over, because it's going to get really repetitive and you guys are probably going to get bored. So let me know if y'all want to continue this segment. We can do as many as y'all want. I'm sure I'm not going to run out of them anytime soon. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Like, subscribe, share. Go ahead and start off with this one. So this dude's selling a Nintendo Switch. Starts off with, "Hi, is this available?" They always the generic, "Is this available?" "Yes, it is." "Is it broken?" "It isn't broken. The connection for one of the Joy-Cons is a little loose. It still works." "Then get it fixed for $100. I don't have the money readily available. That's why I'm selling. Don't you buy a new one?" So just pull out money out of your ass like everybody else does. Literally just completely disregarded anything he said. The dude that's messaging the guy for the Nintendo Switch is just a little bit slow, because it's like, what did I just tell you? Like, I just told you I don't have the money. That's why I'm selling it. Look, do you want it or not? I want a new one. Go to the store and buy one. You microwave with the door open. Just keep it a band. Clearly uses body wash in his hair and conditioner on his body. Then go buy a new one instead of scrounging through Facebook for a used one. That was probably one of the best responses. That was probably the best thing he could have said. Honestly, I'm impressed that he held his composure, because as you're going to get into some of my screenshots, I'm not very patient with these types of people. I would have probably ended up cussing him out by now. "Is this available?" "Yes." Alright, it's got an explanation point, so yes. "What's your lowest?" $350. "Okay, no thanks. Have a good one." Pretty straightforward interaction so far. I mean, there's nothing crazy so far out of this one. You do realize they are $500 brand new. And he's selling it for $350. Now, mind you, I don't know when this interaction took place. There's no dates or anything. So, I mean, if this is peak COVID, this is actually not a bad deal. Unfortunate experience of my Xbox at the time breaking mid-COVID time, and I could not get a replacement. Like, even the Xbox Ones were going for like $600-700. I ended up buying an Xbox One X for, I think it was like $400 or $500. Mind you, this was like after they came out and they like went down, but with COVID, game consoles shot up crazy. And I had to pay like an arm and a leg for an Xbox One X. And it was refurbished at that. It wasn't even brand new. And I still had to pay. That was the cheapest one I can find. Everyone, like even going to GameStop or Best Buy, were selling them for like $600-700. And I'm like, that's insane. I think I got mine for like $450. I think it was like $450 I got my refurbished Xbox One X. And it actually lasted me a couple years, thankfully. It lasted me probably like 2 or 3 years, so I can't complain. And then recently it broke again. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done with Xbox. I just moved to PC. Proceeds to send a screenshot of the PlayStation 4 Pro 1TB console for $499. I mean, dude, you're getting a used one and it's $150 off of retail. I mean, I would say that's a pretty decent deal. Do realize $350 is less than $500, right? and I've included extras. Well, I wouldn't say you included extras because they typically come with the remote. So you're giving him a remote that literally comes with the system anyway. But still, like, you're getting it for $150 less than retail. If you want something fucking new, buy it from the store. Good old paragraph. You know, when they send you a paragraph, they are like really pressed. Why would I want to pay $350 for a console with no warranty that could malfunction in a week's time? Why would I pay that? The game and remote are like $50 for both. Obviously, you have no idea how to resell a used item. Bro, what do you expect? You're trying to buy a console on Facebook Marketplace. It's not going to be new, and you're not going to get a warranty. If you want a warranty on it, go to the store. I mean, it's like common sense at this point. This is actually irritating me because there's people on Marketplace that really think like this. And it's like, if you want something new, why don't you go buy it from the store? Goodbye. Mate. Okay, so he might be British or Australian. Mate, I'm perfectly aware of your business reselling video game items and are 99% sure that if I sold it to you for less, you would simply relist it for over my original asking price. I also find it quite funny you accusing me of overpricing when I've seen your prices. Have a wonderful night. And then he left the group. The dude rage quit from the Marketplace transaction. That's insane. People like that really do exist, unfortunately. I mean, I understand you're trying to make a bag. So if I'm assuming the dude resells stuff anyway, like, all you have to really do is like, $350 is overpriced. Can you go lower? No? Okay, bye. I mean, half of this interaction didn't even need to happen. You know, the dude that was texting him back was like really professional. Like, honestly, kudos to him or her, because he or she really handled that pretty well. A lot better than I would have, because I'm gonna be real. So this is my personal listing. Like, this is an interaction I had personally. I was selling a Honda Accord for $4,000. I only have all this ganja to trade, $300, and a bunch of other stuff you don't want. But hopefully pounds of good weed sounds good to you. And then proceeds to show me like the driest fucking weed I've ever seen in my life. Like that, I don't know. You know what I mean? That shit does not look good to me at all. That shit looks dry and fucking low-key. It just looks mid, man. I'ma be real. Like, it just looks so mid to me. I wish I had the video still. Unfortunately, I don't. Just the screenshot. I don't know what his angle was. He already answered his question. He's like, oh, I have a bunch of other stuff you don't want. Not for a $4,000 car. Like, that's the only screenshot of the interaction, unfortunately. I wish I had the other one. Like, that's not even a good trade. He literally offered me, I think it was like a pound. He was like, I'll give you a pound of weed and like $300. And I'm like, that's not worth $4,000. Like, it'd be like maybe like a portion of that, but it's like, that's not worth $4,000. Interaction that I'm about to show you guys is like, I don't know what this girl's issue was. I was selling it's the same thing. It was the Honda Accord I was selling, and this girl accused me of reselling her stolen car from 2 years prior. No idea what she's talking about. And I'm like, lady, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, and then she was like, give it back now. And I'm like, you'll see what I said. I wasn't very nice about it. So she hits me with, hi, is this available? Hi, is this available? For a second time. This is mine. It was stolen from about 2 years ago. Please give it back now. I literally responded with, how is it stolen when I have the fucking title, you dumbass? She never opened it. Rightfully so. She probably knew that I wasn't a sucker. I don't know if she genuinely like believed that it was her long lost car that was stolen from her 2 years prior, but I literally had the title from a dealership that I bought it from. This isn't your car. I think it was just some fucking cracked out chick on Facebook that it was similar to a car that she had, and she just wanted to sit there and accuse me of basically stealing her car. Only delusional, because I'm like, you do understand that they made more than one of your car, right? So I was selling a 2014 Mitsubishi Lancer. Had like 129,000 miles. I was asking for 4,800. Basically, the context behind this is he offered me like a shit box clapped out ass truck. Like the truck was worth maybe $1,000 at best, and he wanted to do it. And mind you, it was a teenager, so go figure. He was trying to trade me this clapped out ass truck, like beat the fuck up, had like a billion miles on it, and I was nice about it too. I literally said, no thanks, homie. Appreciate the off, though. I meant offer, but like, I wish I had the picture, but I mean, like, it was a clapped out ass truck. Like, it was beat the hell up. It was not worth. It was worth like $1,000. Only way I'd consider it is if you threw 3,800 on top. That's the only way that trade would even make any sense. Do you smoke crack? Can I have some? Seems like good stuff. And he caught me in a bad mood, as y'all can see, because I went off on him. Mind you, he blocked me after this, because it's like, you're an idiot, dude. I said, do you? Offering me $1,000 truck. Make any money off that piece of shit, I'd have to strip the system out and sell the system by itself to make anything off of it. Laughing emoji. And I think that's the only reason the truck was even worth $1,000, was because he had like a pretty lit system in there. But that truck was a piece of shit, dude. It was a clapped out fucking billion-mile Chevy Silverado, I'm pretty sure. It was like an '01 or some shit. Like, or I don't even think it was an '01. I think it was like a 99 or some shit. It's like a 98 Silverado with like 350,000 miles on it. And it was like clapped out, slammed to the ground. Half the fucking shit on it is missing. And he was trying to trade it. Mind you, the car that I'm selling, really, it didn't need shit. It just needed paint. Like my car, and hell, I just actually seen my exact car on Facebook probably a few months ago. Motherfucker's still running. That shit's almost at 140,000 miles now, and that mug is still going. Imagine if I would have traded it for this piece of shit clapped out ass truck. Not a chance. I mean, I think the moral of the story is Facebook Marketplace is it's an interesting place. You're gonna meet a lot of interesting characters. I had a tendency of meeting a lot of like younger kids that, you know, and I'm a younger dude myself, where they just are delusional on what they have. And I'll give you a little bit of one right now. These were a while back. These were a year, 2 years ago. I had them just because I posted them on Snapchat because I thought they were hilarious. I've gotten offered blowjobs a couple of times. Like, I'm good. And, you know, I had this one guy in particular. just by like the way he was talking. And I even looked at his profile, and he was like definitely like a younger kid, like probably like maybe like 17. He had a cool car, don't get me wrong. He definitely had a really like a cool car that it was worth a little bit of money. Car that I had that he was trying to trade for was still worth more than what his was. He had a 1998 Ford Mustang Cobra, manual transmission and everything. Problem with the manual transmissions is typically when you're reselling, they're harder to sell, at least in my experience, just for the simple fact that a lot of people don't know how to drive manual. So it was already going to be a bit of a hard sell for me, because I would have to find somebody that's specifically looking for a manual transmission race car. And believe it or not, it's a lot less common than you think. You know, you're not going to have 55-year-old Sally wanting to drive around a manual transmission Cobra. Maybe, but it's not as common, you know what I mean? Typically, people that I've sold cars to, they either want something economical or they want something like a grocery getter. Now, don't get me wrong, I've sold some race cars before, but people that I sell my race cars to tend to be like younger kids, and most of those kids don't even know what a manual transmission is, unfortunately. So I already knew that car was going to take me a little while to sell it. It would have sold, don't get me wrong, just because of what it was. A 98 Cobra, like, you know, I think at the time it was worth, because it had about 100,000 miles on it. I think it was like a little less. So I think it had like 98,000 miles on it. Most the car was going to be worth was probably like 9-10 grand. Tops. I don't know what it would be sitting at now, but I know back then it was probably maybe like 9-10 grand. But he was trying to trade that for my GT Mustang, which I had a 2014 GT Mustang with the Coyote engine and all that. He was trying to do a straightforward trade. Mind you, the GT was worth a little bit more than that. The GT that I had in particular, it had about 103,000 miles on it. It was worth about 12-13 grand all day long. Dude wanted to do a straightforward trade, and I told him no. It's like, for one, the car is going to take me a long time to sell. I'm going to be sitting on it at least for a few months. You know, it's a cool ass car. I even told him that. It's a badass car, don't get me wrong. I would love to have it, but I'm not going to fuck myself over just to have it, because I'm like, I got to resell it. Like, it's not going to be a car that I'm going to keep. I'm going to end up selling it. Problem is when it's a manual transmission, it kind of dwindles down the buyers quite a bit to people that actually know how to drive manuals, and then they want to have something that they can soup up, which, like I said, people will pay for, but it's a little harder to sell than like a grocery getter, you know what I mean? So I told him that, and you know, he got offended. I explained it to him, like, hey man, like, my car's worth a little bit more than yours. Like, I'd be willing to trade, but you're probably going to need to put about 1,000. You're going to probably need to put about 1,500 on top of that. And he's like, you're a fucking smoking dick. Oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a fucking piece of shit. And blah, blah, blah. And you know, the funny part about it, dude, is he had that mug up for 2 years after that. He wanted like he had his up for 13, and I'm like, you're not gonna get that. I'm like, your car's worth a little less than like 10 grand, bro. Like, you need to go down at least another 1,000 or 2 in order for people to really take you seriously. I'm like, it's not like you're selling a 65 Cobra or anything, dude. It's like, yeah, it's a cool car, and I'm sure somebody will pay a grip for it. But I'm like, I mean, it's a 98. With almost 100,000 miles, dude. Like, that's not, You know what I mean? That's not going to be the most sought after thing ever. And he had that up for about 2 years. I still don't think to this day he ever sold it, because I've seen it here and there where it's still up. I don't think he ever sold it. I think he just ended up taking it off Marketplace after a while. And I'm like, dude, just be reasonable. That's all. Like, I get you want to get your money, but it's like, you slamming a bunch of parts on there, dude, is not going to make the car more valuable than it is. That's the thing people don't understand. You can put all these crazy attachments and mods and all of this stuff and get it wrapped and put these $3,000-$4,000 rims on it, but you know what? It's still going to be what it is. I can go throw a $4,000 set of rims on a $1,000 shit box truck, and it's still gonna be a $1,000 shit box truck. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, if you soup it up or whatever, you may get somebody that would be spending a little bit, but it's not how that works. Like I said, you may get somebody that's willing to pay a little bit extra money for something that's got, you know, modifications and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I hope y'all enjoyed, and let me know if y'all want another video like this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of these were actually my own. The first two were some that I found, but the ones that I talked about at the end, those are all personal ones of mine. And you know, I wish I had more screenshots, but those are from a little while ago. Thankfully, I haven't had any crazy ones recently, but if I ever do get any of them, y'all will be the first ones to know. Let me know in the comments if y'all want to see another video like this. I love making these types of videos. They're hilarious, and I love to laugh with y'all. Just let me know. I'm pretty good with responding to comments and stuff, so if y'all want to get into it, later this week, I will be releasing another dating video. Just because y'all really enjoyed it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I just don't want to like continuously post the same type of content over and over. I want to diversify my content, just so y'all don't get bored, because I feel like if I post the same thing over and over and over, y'all are gonna get bored. Like, it's just like, oh, this motherfucker's released the 50th dating video, and maybe we might get to that point if y'all like the videos that much, you know, but I like to give a little bit of flavor into all my videos, you know what I mean? So I'm down to get into whatever. I'm even thinking about doing a tier list for y'all. I ordered like a bunch of like exotic snacks from like China, South Korea, Japan, the Philippines. So I'm thinking about me and my homie doing a tier list video. Probably not this week, but the week after the following week. So in about 3 weeks, I'm thinking about uploading that video for y'all and give the people what they want.
Yeah.